the ear, it's very, very complicated. The ear informs the mind, and although the truth is, when singing, you should not listen to yourself too much, because if you start listening to yourself, it's very, very important to do it while you're practicing and rehearsing and working it out. And it helps enormously to tape something and listen back to it, because you'll see where you're not making something clear or where an emphasis needs to be. But once you are actually performing, if you listen too much to yourself, you're turning inward. And in fact, what you want to do is send what you're doing, you want to send it out there and not sort of revel in what you're doing as much as be giving it to the audience. But I cannot stress how important the ear is, because somehow everything you do, where you place your voice, how you place it, it's an amazing set of, it's muscle memory with brain, with ear. It's so knit together, it's hard to explain.
I think of voice as an extension of one's authenticity. In other words, I think of voice as the way in which we each individually express who we are. And that may be expressed through our singing voice, through a song, or it may be expressed through our spoken voice, through dialogue and words, or it may be expressed through our written voice, which is also our voice. It is the way in which we put ourselves out into the world and offer our perspective and our unique persona.
Would that we were as clear as we hope to be. I mean, sometimes it's very muddling. There are so many choices, but yes, ultimately, what you choose to put on paper is your voice, really.
And I actually teach playwriting and writing of all forms to middle school and high school students, and the focus of all the writing programs that we teach is, in fact, not so much about the skill set of writing, or although that's of course important, the grammar and the structure and so forth, as it is about finding and accessing and expressing voice. Because helping young people to discover what it is they want to say and then how to articulate that and finding the courage to express it is, I think, at the root of all writing that ultimately reaches other people's hearts.
I think you've often said to me, the surprise is the children that don't think they can do it and discover that they do have a voice, and a very valid one and a very good one.
And the other part of the conversation is when you stopped singing as much and began writing more, we had a discussion about voice then as well.
Yeah. Emma said to me, I was bemoaning the fact that I wasn't singing as much, and she said, well, Mum, you've just found a different way of using your voice.